Here are the top 10 ways to screw up giving performance feedback. Make sure to teach people that their job in hearing tough feedback in particular is to just listen and recognize it as the gift that it is. Anything else means they're being defensive, which probably means that the feedback is spot on. Detail all the things that they failed at from one project to the next, even though you shared this feedback at this detailed level when they took place. After all, people really don't listen carefully when they hear about improvements that can help them be more successful. They mostly just listen to the good stuff. So you should probably remind them about the times that you think they should have done better in detail at the time of their performance review, probably. Yeah. Practice inactive listening. Don't ask many questions to learn about the person's perspective, their experience, or what they feel about the situations you're bringing up. Summarizing what people say and listening below the surface level, it's the job of therapists or something. And listen, you really don't have the time to pretend to be all that interested. Give loads of feedback that people will love hearing about themselves and avoid the tougher stuff most of the time. After all, you know that being liked more than anything else will gain you approving followers and thus engaged workers. So better to do that plan. Deliver lots of advice. Say things like, if I were you, I might try this right out the gate. And wait for their head to nod in deference to the power that you clearly have, and for good reason, in the relationship. Don't get sucked into all the psychological crap. Honestly, it's not that likely that you might be reacting to some types of behavior that you either love or hate across your career so far and with a lot of different people. Hot buttons and projection is what less competent leaders do, not you. Don't give much thought to the success criteria for the job and then work on honing this criteria and the means to get there with each direct report. I mean, so much of any job just kind of unfolds as you go, and evaluating one's performance has to do with the deep and largely unbiased view that you as their leader have. After all, you know what you're looking for, so best to just think about that at an annual performance review time. Don't ask for help to get better yourself. You're the leader after all, so sharing a development goal with your peers or direct reports would just be inappropriate and make you look like, well, not a leader at all. Hone in on the weaknesses of a direct report and then help them get better at these, since these are the places that they will need the most help. Because viewing your team as a collection of diverse skills and growing talents that work together to get the work done is not how HR's competency model works. So hold everybody to the same standards of excellence. How else will they make it through the evaluation process in your company and maybe get promoted? And number 10, wing it. You don't really need to prepare for these conversations at all. You've had a lot of them. Don't use a feedback model. Don't reflect on people's skills, their natural strengths, the areas to improve that you know they really need help with, even if they may or may not know that. I mean, hey, you've gotten this far, haven't you? You're probably good.